Hello, Benjamin Beckley here of the Empowerment Center. All right, I just want to share some few things with you wherever you are watching. I got a question today. I do some part of relationship, mentoring, marriage, relationship, both for the married and the singles. So I got a question today from someone that is in a relationship, and the question is to how does she identify red flags, or what are some of the things that will help to know that this relationship may not work or may not last or may not end up in marriage? And I thought about it to just do a short video so that it can also be helpful to many. I know a lot of people love to be in relationships. Some have been praying, some are desperate. And the truth of the matter is just the fact that many have also found themselves in relationship whereby they are actually regretting being in the relationship. And many times red flags are visible, but most times people chooses to um, not pay attention to red flags. I want to share with you five, just for today, five red flags that relationship you are in is not going to work. And every time you try to avoid or to overlook red flags, you're going to pay for it. There are many marriages today that should not have ended in marriage if only the partners have paid attention to red flags. Red flags are signals, red flags are symptoms. Just like when you are having symptoms of something, it is a symptom that there is something bigger than that thing, either ahead or that has the potential of happening. So when somebody is having headache, for example, it's gone beyond the headache. It's a symptoms of something worse that is happening within or could happen. So every time you sense red flags in a relationship, don't just there are some red flags you can't pray away. Listen, it is not every relationship that will end in marriage, and it is not every relationship that must end in marriage. A broken relationship is better than a broken marriage. So if you have learned what you need to learn in a relationship, it will help you. However, every relationship is also unique because it's a function of individuals. Everybody's relationship is unique. Your friend's relationship is going to be different from yours because why? It's a function of different individuals. However, there are certain things that are just fundamentals. They are just red flags anywhere, no matter who is involved in the relationship, regardless of the kind of people they are. Number one red flag I want to show you today, or I want to share with you, is the lack of healthy communication. The lack of healthy communication, because communication is the bedrock of relationship. Every relationship that will work must be built not just on love. It's possible to have love for someone, and that love does not end up producing the best of marriage or the best of relationship. Communication. So when you see that both of you find it difficult to communicate, some people find it difficult to have conversation without fighting, it is a red flag. If you are dating somebody or you are already in a marriage and you find it difficult to have conversation, LD conversation, that will not lead to confrontation. There is a difference between conversation and confrontation. I'm sharing red flags that always affect marital union. There are red flags you see, there are red flags you look out for, and they are signals that that relationship is not well or not right for you. Number one is lack of healthy conversation or communication. If you realize that somebody is always avoiding communication, is a sign that there is something deeper. Remember what I told you about red flags? Somebody write this down. Type it on the screen for me. Number one, red flags in marriage or relationship are symptoms of something going on or something worse that can happen. So when you sense some of these red flags as you are still dating, it calls for you to pause. Don't be in a hurry to marry somebody just because you love them, because that love might hurt you eventually when you overlook or disregard these red flags. It's just like you are driving a car and the car is giving you a sign that your gas is low, you are running out of gas, and you said no, and you have, there are red flags you can't pray out, and then you are avoiding the red flags of telling you that you need to refuel or refuel. You will get to a junction that the car will stop. The same thing happens when you are dating someone or you are in a relationship and you are seeing this red flag. So lack of healthy conversation, lack of healthy communication, it's a major red flag that that relationship, it's not going to work or it's going to lead in trouble. Number two is abuse, either physical abuse or emotional abuse. These are red flags. Don't overlook it. If anyone can abuse you when you are single or when you are still dating, they probably will kill you when you get married. So don't excuse red flags. When you excuse red flags because of emotional attachment, it will come back to hurt you. It will come back to affect you. And many people have been affected in marital journey and relationship, and now they have gotten to a point where they can no longer open up their heart to love anybody. Love is not enough, sister. Love is not enough, brother. Men abuses women. Women abuses men. So don't manage an abusive partner if you are still dating. Don't try to excuse that they're going to change. Listen, many people have found themselves dead today because they excused abuses. Abuse could be emotional. It's a serious red flag. You don't just want to ignore it. When you ignore red flags, you're going to pay for it later. It will definitely have a devastating consequence. So when you begin to experience abuse from the person you are dating, from the person you are planning to spend your life with, abuse is not something you want to excuse because it's going to come back to hurt you. Emotional abuse, physical abuse, all of these they are red flags. Number three red flags, in case you are just joining me, let me know where you are watching me for. Type it in the comment section where you are watching from. Share this. Somebody needs to hear this because many are in a serious trouble right now because of the fact that they are in abusive relationship and they don't know how to go out. Some don't understand that love is not enough just to hold on to a relationship that is not working. If the relationship is not working, you can back out. Don't be pressured into marrying somebody that is abusing you. Don't be pressured into settling down with somebody that you know you cannot have conversation with. It's always going to end in confrontation. Something is wrong with both of you. It is possible that two people are good, but they are not meant for one another. That's what I'm trying to share with you today, that there are red flags. Type in the comment section where you are watching, where you are joining me from. Come on, power tap this and like, share this, follow. I'm going to share 3 with you today and then I will share more, but you need to follow so that you can access this. I'm going to be sharing some tips on relationship that will help you, and I want you to, be able to work with this. It's not enough to just be looking for matchmaking. It's good, but I want you to understand that there is more to marriage, relationship, and dating than just love. Some people have been carried away with love that they are missing out of the main element of what is affecting them. So 5 things. Number 1, that are red flag. I talked about lack of healthy conversation and communication. Number 2, physical or emotional abuse. Number 3, constant and consistent conflict. When you always have consistent conflict, It is a sign that something is wrong with your compatibility or your coming together. If you cannot have conversation without fight, something is wrong. Now, disagreement can come in relationship. Disagreement can come in because you are two different people trying to make things work. But when it's always consistent and constant, then there is a lack of understanding. There is a need for maturity. Somebody is not growing up. It also could mean that both of you are not meant for one another. Don't force what cannot work. When you force what cannot work, it will end up not working. And by that time, you probably had been wounded, you probably had been hurt, and now you are carrying the baggage of an experience in marriage that didn't work. So red flags are not supposed to be ignored. They could be worked upon. You can identify red flags and fix them if they are fixable. Some might not be fixable within the space and the time that you want it to be. So it can take a toll on both partners because they're going to get tired of one another. And you know, the challenging part of it is that they're going to create a toxic environment where if they end up getting married, they're just going to be two partners. They are not going to be two lovers. Because why? Conflict always comes between good marital journey. Conflict will break people apart. So when you consistently see negativity, consistent conflict, something is not right. It has to be checked out. Number 4, disrespect and lack of trust. Disrespect, red flags that dating, that relationship, it's not going to work. Disrespect, lack of trust, majorly lack of trust. Any union where there is no trust cannot last. I'll tell you, where there is no trust, there will be suspicion. And where there is suspicion, it opens door for destruction. Trust is the cord that holds marital journey together. Can I say this to you? Write it down, type it on the screen. Don't marry anyone you don't trust. Don't marry anyone you cannot trust. You will pay for it. It's not going to end well. Type it on the screen for me. Don't marry. Do not get married to anybody you cannot trust. Love notwithstanding. No matter what they are doing for you, if you cannot trust them, then it's going to be risky marrying them. Don't manage it. Don't ignore it, because trust is very important in enjoying marital longevity. You can't afford to settle down with someone that consistently disrespects you. They violate your trust. It's a sign of deeper side problem. Some have trust issue. Now, it also goes on both ends. Don't marry someone you cannot trust. Also, be careful of someone that has trust issue. You know, it's a different thing that somebody cannot be trusted. It's another thing that someone has trust issue. Because when somebody has trust issue, no matter what you try to do and do right, it's still going to look like you are not being truthful. It's a lot. And that is why I always encourage young ones, singles, whoever wants to settle down for marriage, that look beyond just love. Look beyond just the butterfly. Look beyond just the gifts. Look beyond just the eat out or the movie night. Have conversations that helps you to discover, do this person have a trust issue? Because those that have trust issue find it difficult to trust anybody, even if you are the best person that can be trusted in life. And this, when not corrected, will go a long way to affect the marital journey. I don't know if I'm helping anybody. Type 1 in the comments if this is helping you, if you are getting light, if you are getting any value for your time. I want to see you go, type 1 in the comment section. Type 1 in the comment section if this is adding value to you, if you are getting any benefit from it. Red flags is also very important because they are symptoms. They are symptoms. All right, that's very good. Thank you for that. Thank you for typing there. So watch this again. I'm going to be back to share some more things with you on what can help with marital. Follow, comment. Make sure this is helping you. So there are red flags that you just need to watch out for. Remember what I told you. Don't ignore red flags. They are signs of something deeper that can either go wrong or is already going wrong. Don't marry someone that you cannot trust. That is the watchword for today. Don't marry someone that you cannot trust. Another red flag I want to show you is when it looks as if you are forcing the relationship. Don't force love. It's a red flag. When you see that, you see, in relationship, it's supposed to be a dual thing. You are loving the person is loving you. But when it's just one-sided, it's like you are not giving room for the partner to begin to long for you. You are always the one longing for them. It's something not right there, because it will show at the end of the day, when you eventually get married, that it looks like you forced the relationship. Don't force a relationship. Watch out for the red flags that makes you feel like you are also loved, you are sought after. You are not just the one seeking after somebody, you are also sought after. It goes a long way to help you. Number 5 red flag I want to share with you is when you start seeing that you are growing apart. There is incompatibility. Don't you can try to work things out, but if it is not working out after every intervention, there is a possibility that it will eventually bring more trouble. Growing apart. So if you are dating someone and you realize that you guys are already breaking apart, you are growing apart, there is no longer affection, nothing is triggering you towards the person, something is wrong. Because truthfully, along the journey of life, people do change. So you have to watch out for these red flags. So if you had conversation, you tried to reach out and nothing is working, this will eventually hurt you in the journey. All right, so these are just some few things I want to drop with you. I believe these have been a blessing to you. Share this video with someone. Red flags to watch out for in relationship. Relationship is designed to work, but it is not just going to work because two people are just together. It's going to work because two people come together to make it work. All right. Do you have a question? Let me attend to one question, and then I will be back again from time to time to share some few nuggets with you that will help you as a single relationship. So if you are single, you looking forward to settling down, you are not in any relationship right now, just type 2 in the comment section. You are single. You probably can also connect with somebody, So if you are single, you have not been married, you are open to be in a relationship, type 2 in the comment section. I'm going to share some few things with you that also will help you. How do you position yourself for a marital partner, for relationship? Because everything is about positioning. So red flags are symptoms, red flags are signals, red flags are pointers, red flags are showing us that something is not right or something could go wrong. So if you are single, type 2 in the comment section if you are single. Now, let me recap again as I round up. 5 triggers, red flags to watch out for. If you are seeing these flags, be sensitive. Look into it well. Don't ignore them. When you ignore red flags, it's going to come back to hurt you. Number 1, lack of healthy communication. When you are no longer communicating, both of you are no longer connecting, something is going wrong in the relationship. You need to sit down and have conversation. Lack of healthy communication, nobody wants to talk. You just there, no communication, because communication is the oil that makes the journey of relationships smooth. You don't know what is in the mind of anybody if they are not having conversations with you. Number 2, emotional or physical abuse. Where there is an abuse is a sign either the person is an abuser or they are dealing with something that they are transferring the aggression on you. You don't want to be an object of abuse. No, I'm not a member of St. Paul's Park. Number 3, constant conflict and negativity. constant, if you're always consistently fighting, you're always consistently having conflict, consistently, disagreement can come up. But when conflict is always coming up, it could be a sign that both of you are not compatible. It could also be a sign that something is wrong somewhere. Number three, disrespect and trust. Tell me more about St. Paul's Park. Disrespect and lack of trust. Remember what I told you? Don't marry anyone you cannot trust. Don't marry them. Don't settle down with anyone you cannot trust. It's going to hurt you. You will be affected negatively. And watch out when somebody has trust issue. Get help for them, because it will be difficult for them to trust you, even if you are the best person that can be trusted. Number five is when people are growing apart. Incompatibility. You sense that you are growing apart. You are not connecting. You could try, because connection is built. But when it is not working, don't force a relationship that is not working. Let me know if this has helped you. If you are single, type 2 in the comment section. If you are single, I'm working on something for you. I'm working on something. I'm trying to see if we can have a singles connect where I teach you maybe weekly. We have a weekly time. I teach you about journey of relationship, what to watch out for, how to position yourself. But I want to make sure that it is something that you are interested in, and it's something that will help you. All right. Thank you so much. Make sure you share this broadcast. Thank you for the likes and the love. God bless you. I will see you again. Till I come your way, I remain Benjamin Beckley of the Empowerment Center. Like, follow, and share. All right.